legend of the game. It's Nickmercs. If you are someone who has watched video games on Twitch, if you even know anything about video games or Twitch, you have heard of him. He's one of the biggest Twitch stars out there, one of the greatest video game players ever. Stop me when I'm not making any sense anymore.
Okay.
Keep going. 3 million YouTube subscribers, over 1 million Twitch subscribers. People watching on Twitch. Pretty much, he's pretty much the biggest thing since sliced bread.
And he's 6 feet tall.
6 feet tall. His only fault that I could find is that he roots for the Michigan Wolverines. But that's it. That was literally it. So good to have you on, Nick. It's been a long time coming. We're excited to talk to you and actually kind of understand how Twitch works.
For sure. Happy to be here, man. Awesome. This is lit. I've never been on a podcast before.
Yeah, well, when you say that, how is that possible? Is the Twitch world and podcast world that separate?
No, I mean I don't think so. It's just it's like I kind of feel like I'm already on a podcast. You know, if I'm streaming, you got the camera, you got the mic, you got the chat. You know, they're always telling me they're telling me to jump on a podcast. I just feel like I'm always on a podcast. You know,
it just doesn't happen to be available on Spotify or iTunes, but it's out there. You can find clips of Nickmercs talking into a camera if you really want to. You were just telling us before you joined. It's 2:00 in the afternoon. You said you just woke up. That's the gamer life schedule for you? You waking up at like high noon?
Yeah, you know, you just get in a rhythm, man. You start playing a video game, and kind of like, you know, when I was a little kid, you just keep playing and playing and playing, and then it's 1, and then it's 2, and then it's 4, then the birds are chirping, and you're just like, shit, dude, I fucked up, you know. but that's my life, man. I play all night and I sleep all day, you know.
So talking about your childhood, at what point were you like, oh my God, this is gonna be it? Like, this is what I want to do? Because everyone played video games as a kid. But what point were you like, this is it?
Y'all want to get into this part? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, I don't know. At what point did you guys feel like you wanted to run a podcast, you know?
Not until once I got 30.
Yeah, when I got fired from literally every other job available. Then I was like, yeah, sure, I'll just keep talking.
Yeah. Oh, dude, same here, man. Like the failures in life just kind of push you to where we are today. I mean, I tried a lot of different things, but the one thing that was consistent, you know, alongside me trying all these different things was always gaming. I mean, I loved gaming. I always wanted to do it, but you know, back when I started, nobody really knew that this was going to turn into this. So we were all just kind of winging it, kind of like we are today, man. I mean, it's pretty crazy what gaming's turned into. But like when I started streaming, there was no real way to make any money. We were just kind of doing it for fun. Being able to talk to a chat box and be interactive with people and like kind of entertain, but from your home was super cool. But there's no money. I mean, we were doing college. We had a part-time job. You know, I mean, I knew I was good. I was beating ass every fucking night, man. I mean, no matter what game, Halo, COD, Gears of War, was just beating ass. So I knew I was good. But I had no idea it would turn into this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What game was it, like when you were growing up or just starting to game competitively, that you knew that, okay, if I can dominate at this game, then I'm actually on a world-class basis?
Shit. I mean, bro, it's gonna be tough for me to hammer this point home because like y'all just don't know. Like, I mean, a lot of people like when I came up, nobody knew it was gonna turn into this. And I know I'm kind of saying the same things, but like ignorance is bliss. We were just beating the shit out of each other, having fun, going to play for little tiny tournaments, but it was never like a goal to do it for the rest of our lives because we didn't think we would ever be able to. And then when Justin TV turned into Twitch TV and kind of, you know, gaming just started excelling, man. More and more people got into gaming. More and more people were curious about gaming. I started seeing like the prize pools, these tournaments go from like $5,000 to $100,000. I was like, wait a second, you know, this is getting kind of weird. But I mean, you know, it's dude, this big boom of success, and then now it is, you know, it's kind of where it is today. But dude, when I first started, we just had no idea that it would be this. You know what I'm saying? So it was never a plan.
I think that's the part that people like can't wrap their head around, myself included. Like before coronavirus and Hank being like, hey, you should start getting on Twitch, I had no idea really what was going on. I'd pop on every now and then, watch something, but I never really understood how big of an audience there is. How many people watch your Twitch like on just a regular random night? Like what's the average amount of people, just to put it into context?
Dude, we get like
people?
40,000 people, man. Like
That's
in
crazy.
the stream every night.
And then,
crazy.
And then what's the peak that you've had?
Dude, I've had like 180,000 viewers at one point.
Nuts.
You know,
so that's the part that like,
man.
People who don't watch this, who are listening right now, and they're like, oh, it's just video games. I thought the same thing 3 months ago. But
you were on stream the other night balling. You had like 100 and you had 100 and something, didn't you? Playing the NCAA joint.
Yeah, it was. I mean, when we started doing it, it was like, holy shit, there's 40, 50. The national championship had 126,000. I was like, that's
crazy,
insane.
Dude,
how
that's
many
crazy.
People
no
are part
host,
of this.
no raid, nothing. Just you.
What are those? Explain those terms. Well, I don't know. I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah. All right. So like a host on Twitch TV is if someone has a lot of viewers or whatever, and they want to host your channel, they can send their stream and all their viewers to your stream essentially. And then like a raid is kind of like another thing like that. Instead of hosting the channel, so it brings like that streamer's picture on your picture, you can just go on a raid. You can send everybody over there, and you don't bring up their picture on your picture. You know what I mean? But hosting a raid is super cool, and it's a great way to kind of like give back to like a smaller community and whatnot. I mean, shit, you hosted me twice, and you have more viewers than me both times, Big Cat.
It's like it's like a retweet.
No big deal.
So wait, that's all love, baby.
That is all love. So all right,
that's love.
Explain this to me. This is the part I can't understand with Twitch, and maybe you have a different experience because you've been doing it for a very long time, and you also, I was reading up on you. You give back to your community. You do a lot of cool things. How do you get it so that you don't get bullied by all the chat? Like I just get bullied.
Yeah, dude. I mean, bro, like I got a lot of friends like Los. Los just gets bullied the whole time too, man. I mean, it's kind of like an energy, man. I don't know. I get bullied too, bro. Like they think I'm 5'7" and shit. They really think I'm 5'7".
Fuck yeah, that sucks.
How tall are you?
Yeah, it sucks, man. I'm 6 feet, man. People come up to me when they meet me in person. They're like, dude, I thought you were like 5'6", man. I'm like, yo, fuck you, bro. Like, what?
It is kind of nice to hear that sometimes. Like this dude came up to me on the street the other day. He was like, PFT, you're a lot taller than I thought you'd be. And I'm like, how tall did you think I was? Like, if you think that 5'9.5", almost
it's annoying, right?
Is tall.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
But how do you stop the like trolling? Do you just not read them? Like what I have is a lot of times is people will just say like, oh, your mic is broken, and it's not. But they'll just keep they'll spam it, and I'm so stupid that I stop everything to check, and like I just gets in my head. How do you stop that?
I don't think you do. I think you just embrace it. Like now you're the guy with the broken fucking mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, shit's working. Broken mic, 120,000 viewers. Suck my ass.
What about a lag switch? They claim that I have a lag switch, that I change the settings. I hit the lag switch, and then when the game's lagged out, I change everything, cheat, and then come back. What's that?
They're just messing with you, man.
Right.
They know you're not like a gamer, right? So
I've never felt so
old.
All at you. I've never felt so old than I do on a Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Does anyone ever accuse you of pre-recording your stuff?
Oh, a couple times, but everything's for me. I'm a really interactive streamer. You know, I'm always talking shit to the chat and having fun, reading stuff. So it's kind of hard to do that. You know.
But then they'll accuse you of pre-recording that to make it seem like that's the perfect way that it would seem like it's not pre-recorded.
Right.
I flipped it on the chat.
Whatever, bro. You know
now
what I mean?
I think the chat's pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I
See,
think they're doing
we think you're pre-recorded. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Works. It works.
Do you have
Speaking of pre-recorded, is this different? It's kind of different vibe. We're not live right now.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's a little different, right?
You can say anything you want.
Chop it all up.
Yeah.
Bleep out whatever you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I used to do vlogging on YouTube. I did a few of them, and I never liked it. It was always weird to me that I was like talking to the camera, like, "Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?"
Yeah.
There wasn't anybody. I'm talking to myself, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
At least I'm talking to you guys right now, which makes it a little bit more comfortable. You know
Right.
what I
Yeah.
mean? But imagine just talking to yourself, just vlogging. Isn't that kind of weird?
It is.
I agree.
You're like talking to a future audience that you hope will show up and watch it at some point.
Yeah, I never liked it.
Are your thumbs insured?
My dad was trying to get me to get this hands insurance. I said no.
You said fuck it?
A lot of money, man.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of money insured. I probably should, man. It's getting to that point now where I should probably get my uncle has his hands insured. He's a doctor.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he's
You
like a watch model or something.
Yeah.
No. I mean, he's an orthopedic surgeon. It's pretty important hands, man. He works on a lot of athletes and shit, you know. But I said, we were all at the family dinner, you know, having a good time. And my dad made a joke about getting the hands insured. And my uncle was like, "No, you really should." And I guess people do that. So I don't know, but it's a lot of money though, man.
Yeah. So I read as well that your dad was initially like, fuck this, my son's not a video game player. How was it trying to convince him, and what was the moment where he was like, you know what? This actually is a great living and you're having fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you guys come from like sport families? I would imagine you do, man. Like, your pops is into sports, brothers and sisters and stuff. Right. I mean, like, my house growing up, we like my brothers and sisters, we all played sports. My dad played college sports. My uncle played college sports. My grandpa played college sports. My dad coached college football, who event for 8 years. That's why we're Go Blue fans over here. But I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I got a really, really crazy family when it comes to sports. So sports was the norm. This gaming shit was like, nah. My dad was the one dad that never, I mean, all my friends were cool with playing video games. My dad was never about it, man. I mean, it was get the fuck outside, go get dirty, go do shit. I mean, just typical standard stuff. It really was like that in my house. You know what I mean? Don't get up from the table until your plate's clean. Go outside, play basketball for 10 hours in the backyard, and then go have a fight. I mean, that's all we fucking did. But I had a friend that was it was just him. He had no brothers or sisters. He was he was by himself, and he used to get all the systems, the Halos, the Gears of Wars, the Call of Duties, everything right when it came out, man. I would go sneak over to his house and play all the time. But I was better than all my friends that played over there, man. I mean, I was way better at them, So it was a long process, man. My dad just had to learn that like there was actual cash to be made, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Took a long time though, man. A lot of fights. Me and my dad did not get along. High school teachers used to call people on him and shit for the things he'd say in front of other people and do in front of other people. Me and my dad used to get in fights all the time. I mean, it was not okay.
Yeah.
But it turned out great. Like now my dad's my superhero. I mean, I say, hey, listen, man. I'm good at perspective type stuff. If I was a college football coach type father and my son was just not doing the sport thing and he was being real combative, and I was also an asshole as a kid, man. I was a really tough kid to raise, like a lot of attitude problems. But then again, bro, I had no fucking sleep. I go to school all day and I'd play games all night. I was on no sleep.
You were tired all the time.
So imagine a human being on no sleep. You're not going to be a very happy fucking thing. So, I mean, it's just a lot of problems, man. You know what I mean?
What's the longest you've ever slept?
Oh my God, dude! I used to like hibernate. I used to like do over the weekend, man. I pull like a 13-hour shift, man. La La Land. I wake up, mouth glued together, can't even open my eyes. It's like damn.
Well, on the other side, what's the longest stream that you've ever had, or not even stream? What's the longest, even before the streaming days, that you've ever sat at a console and played?
Oh man, well before the stream, because the streaming, you like kind of how we're doing it. We're entertaining, we're talking, we're high energy and stuff. So that's a different type of vibe. But back when I was a kid, when you weren't doing none of that, you just playing. Man, I've been on for like 40 hours and shit, playing Halo 2.
Shut up.
Jesus.
40 hours?
Dude, yeah. We just eat pizza rolls and ranch and fucking play Halo, man.
What's the fuel? Was it Mountain Dew keeping you up, or did you dip into Jolt, Red Bull Zero?
Oh my God, you remember? Yeah, of course. We did the what was the Coca-Cola, the vanilla one? Oh man, we used to dominate that shit. The
Orange
vanilla Coke?
Oh yeah, that's
no, not orange. It's just vanilla Coke, man. Incredible.